This time I would like to think about the approach to problem solving. I think that there are always problems when you are doing business. I would like to introduce an approach to thinking about how to improve when a problem occurs and how to prevent it. When a problem occurs, it is important to consider the flow of 1. Investigate the circumstances. 2. Identify the problem. 3. Abstract, identify the root cause. 4. Immediate countermeasures, and 5. Permanent countermeasures. Let's take a closer look at each. First, the most important and first step is to clarify the history. A common bad strategy is to decide on a strategy without having an accurate understanding of the problem. In order to accurately understand the problem, it is necessary to clarify the background. The story reveals events that actually happened in chronological order. At this stage, personal impressions and subjectivity are omitted, and events that are common to everyone are written. If there is anything that can be confirmed by data such as emails and meeting minutes, identify the event and identify verbal exchanges as accurately as possible. If you neglect to clarify this background, you will not be able to identify the problem in the later stage, and of course, the countermeasure will be meaningless. Then identify the problem in the background that was clarified in the previous section. The important parts are highlighted in red to identify the parts that are likely to be the direct cause of why this problem occurred. Then, abstract the identified phenomenon in a simple and easy-to-understand manner. If you don't thoroughly clarify the background, you will identify the wrong problem. Next, identify the root cause of the problem. 5 Why analysis is often used at this time. Why did the problem occur? And repeat the why multiple times for factor analysis. It doesn't necessarily have to be 5 times, but the more you ask why, the more likely you are to get closer to the root cause. Fourth, consider immediate measures. It is a viewpoint of how to recover from problems that have already occurred, apart from identifying the root cause. List the things you can do as much as possible, and implement them with a sense of urgency, starting with the ones with the highest effectiveness and highest priority. Finally, implement permanent measures. If you can identify the root cause, you should be able to think of a countermeasure. If you can take measures against the root cause, you should be able to take measures without omission when similar problems occur. Also, it is necessary to check whether the countermeasures set up here are really feasible. If the countermeasures here are too difficult, it will be a rice cake drawn in the picture. Let's check again whether it is a countermeasure that can really be done with people, money, and things at the moment.